Wonderful. There we dive away tribalism now. Forget about nepotism. Forget about all sort of negative zims. Fumble them. On a good morning, on a good afternoon, on a good evening, depending upon who sound they catch we from. We don't come today again with another episode of Politics and Economics. Like how Nigerian man they can say 5 and 6. So politics and economics now 5 and 6. Fumble them, we get plenty topics them. But I go try for do the same as I do last week, with some topics then we and I'll be able to talk about because of the timing. We go talk about on Saturday. Depending upon Matilda availability. Because the summer it take time off and when I know say we self get family. We self now mortal man them. We need for spend some quality time with family members. And I got a feeling for them to come back on Saturdays. For the people who already join me for the first time, I'm for say boku thank you and kabot on all we on join we. My name is Abdul Karim Kagbo and I'm based in Canada. As I can always say, I'm so proud of people and they really work hard for put food on their family table, for take care of their family and cover the family shame. So regardless of what they do for living, legal one or and no matter what they do, please, my brothers and sisters, una not shame over what una they do. And that make every time I come na this program, na this platform, and they tell on what they do. And I beg, dear, let people know they see them as a bragging thing. Not just for one, let una know say my strength day. So me na economist, and at that they allow me for put food on my table, on my family table for take care of my family. And no matter what they do, my brothers and sisters, as long as not genuine employment, you dey sweat forget you lily and nothing. Proud of what you do. So fumble them for una way now we regular as extended family members. I want for say boku thank you to una way don't join already. And the people that we get for join later, I want for say again boku thank you in advance for way una get for join this program because Salone business, not all man business, and I always they encourage una for let una come and let we talk about how for push Salone go before. But the number one thing I go make very clear, this VOS platform not a platform for propaganda. So they do fact check, and also where they do analysis, we be very critical. Again, for the best of my knowledge, and no members any presenter day na VOS we clearly don't declare say na a specific party it is support, which is a very good thing. And I want to make it very clear, my brothers and sisters, say for let somebody be a member of a political party, nothing wrong with that. The only thing is, like how Koroma can say, we yams white, now for cover. Okay, so whether or not you party in our power or not, please, we always can encourage people them, and we all don't keep up to that. And of course, I know say me act for like I convince una because of the last name, as Salone, they don't sort of put you in a certain box where you get certain last name, we're attached to the north. Then you feel say by default you're APC, but again, I'm not gonna convince una more than how much I don't convince una. So me fumble them. Let we go straight to the topic. Okay, so how we craft the topic for tonight? We say focus on. Salone in focus. Ecowas leadership. We go try now for Nyaka Dande at the final stage because it don't tell where they push them for giving a better understanding of what's they at stake. So I go talk about that. And Also, the other part of the topic say school subsidy scandal. Then they go feel like a big phrase, but no, I go break and down for now. And within the reference now specifically, my brothers and sisters. Now this headline. So I'm not even aware, say we get corruption watch Salone, like an institution where they watch for corruption and all that. So there is alarm and say government for 2 terms now, they don't fail for live up to their obligation. We then say, oh, now obligation for pay school subsidies. Because they say they go subsidize the education, meaning pay for the beginning school fee and books and then type things then they. But for 2 terms now, some schools do not get that. So this corruption watch, they look into this and we go agree with it and get for say as the program they go. So let's go back to the Ecowas leadership. Boku people don't they complain about President Bio in leadership. I want to make people understand very clearly, say this as something we considered prestigious position, because we then say as a chairperson, well, in this case in a man, chairman, but the correct assessment these days, given all the political correctness, a chairperson. So as a chairperson for ECOWAS, it means say him then at the center of policies where it come to how ECOWAS for operate. So for let somebody be a gbagba of that organ day, let we forget say now organ we on the decline. First time na big deal. So I don't know for now. So now I make we get for tackle the sort of challenges or some of the challenges that we President Bio get for face, and why somebody, even though some people then go consider and say, oh, na APC person, but wait to make it say this. APC Minkailu Koroma says President Bio should have declined ECOWAS chairmanship. So Bokofuna gets that similar kind of mentality there, saying, well, not to the right time, and Salone get too many issues them and all that stuff then they. So as a result, the need for decline that particular opportunity there. But now for crown it all, the government are aware of the complaint where Salone people and they complain, or the grumble. So then get this headline. Government clarifies financial commitment as Sierra Leone chairs ECOWAS. So you see, I get for bring for different perspectives. So on one hand, waiting this we brought up from the APC, they say if I don't decline, and the argument we make talk about the economic situation of the country, people understand and all that. But in that regard, waiting this person na the CISO, na the foreign minister of Sierra Leone. So in now, they say, well, not so fast. The grumble, they're not in place because, according to Ram, we still maintain the good standard, good standing, and as well, they talk about wisdom, how it not going to affect Salone financially too much. So I go read for another the article, and let we all sit down and clearly try to understand whether or not to it is say. So we go back to the main topic, and I don't talk about then 2 aspects then they. And in addition to that, we talk about police brutality. I know say but cough when I go begin say, oh my goodness, this guy don't come back. All negative. But my brothers and sisters, them, they are big. I want to give me the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, if una doubt waiting I get for say and how I get for set the platform and stuff, I want to give me the benefit of the doubt. Let we all listen together. And by the way, after I set the stage, I go try for showing the numbers then for call. So now safe go call, and I go try also if the numbers are not too busy for you to not comment them. And if then comments then are questions, I go try also for address them accordingly. So police brutality. And this one, I sure say but when I go shock una somehow. What I mean by police brutality. And then the other aspect we want to look at is parliament shake-up. We call it shake-up because this person, we don't say now this program, VOS, and say, well, this man, na man we, one of, in my opinion, one of the terrible people in that country there. And this guy, clerk of parliament, honorable, so-called honorable, because I don't see anything honorable about him at all, parentarily sent on leave. And I don't play a video where he be give interview, and that video there, a brag, a call in English malpredy, where in essence it sort of makes some yuki for let it switch the Salone people their desire. So the Salone people take them time, left, then day to day work, go vote, and in 2018 they say they want for like President Bill be the president. At that time, candidate Bill for be the president of Sierra Leone. And then they want APC for get the majority seat in parliament. So that way they go force them for let them work together in the interest of the country. And within this terrible guy, we it's just unfortunate saying I'm a Salone brother. But I be really want for use very strong adjective Panam. So after we in WEF don't make some yuki where they say the IRM, and then in way now the overall boss in terms of the administration of parliament, they say no be no. Somebody wanna the photo and grab every day, every night. And then they apply for position where you na the head of that body day, the administrative side. And then you WEF, not to say na ex-wife, your current wife, and you say you WEF, you apply for that job, they tell them take them, they begin work day. You the man will not dinner us. You don't know. Hey, boy, my brothers and sisters. I make us say them people are so terrible that they can just feel say Salone people are stupid, forgetting to say that they are the stupid one then. And by the way, who will say stupid? Somebody will slow for understand. Okay? And all alone feel say they fit them. So, but anybody with common sense for take and say 5-year-old picking safe, we explain to them and not go believe. Say for no. Say you WEF. Decide where you the head. You WEF. They apply for that position under your foot. It get that position there. It begin work there. All that you don't know at all. Able. So, but again, as we get another so-called terrible president, with all the alala, both the president and the terrible ACC, then fend them way as in say malpredy and get them back in position. And this time around, it emboldened them. They go on social media and they brag, say, they forgive the Secretary Generalship because it don't prove in 2018, say, a cable for do some yuki in the interest of SLPP. And that person they, now that person they supposed for be quote and unquote referee na the house of na parliament. And I imagine, so the APC people in Baranta, they say, well, given that revelation day, it don't show say a partisan somebody and not get for be unbiased way they deal with, because now this person now in the organized voting na parliament and boku other things them we I will say it get a huge stake as to how it can balance certain things them. So if it make an open one say it do some yuki or it be do some yuki in 2018 for change the people them vote, so whose confidence anybody forget Panam say it don't left that yuki business. So APC then decide say then go boycott in fact, then send letter to the speaker, boycott parliament and say this guy for resign. So I go read the letter we they send, where the speaker pull out. But yes, finally then decide for say then go send them on leave. When I remember every day on leave, with every day investigate about in welfare and all that stuff then they. So this send way then send them on leave. Let we see no more, because as a matter of fact, it be supposed for resign. It just happens say with Salone politicians them, they're so shameless that with all this kind of thing, what about your integrity? Like all this way they do so, why when they don't bust you out, why you not just say, you know what, I made a mistake, you apologize, and however, I will step down. I should say down there for be get a little bit of your integrity left, but then get for force you out. But unfortunately, Salone, we don't lower the bar so, we don't make the bar so low that anybody, they just take the people in for granted, including the so-called president where we get. I say so-called because to me, it don't show several times saying a disgrace to that country day. But make us say so. Up as we they talk so. With all Salone mess in terms of drugs. By the way, last week, I be put under the title, say, Power, Politics, and Powder. I see people let me they write and confuse. Say, oh, Mr. Kagbo, what do you mean by powder? Now, power, you want for say, no. My brothers and sisters, now powder. And it just happens to some terms, some of them will be joined late. So now not be able to get the explanation as to what to make. I use the word powder. The powder meaning the drugs, particularly cocaine, for tie to that terrible guy we then keep na Salone, we President Bill in family keep na Salone, and they ravage the country because boku story that don't come out, or story that don't come out according to the Creole people them. We say that yes, they still they manufacture drugs in that country there. And as recent as last week, where I even talk about then catch somebody where in fact na foreign national, when an Ivorian man, and that Monday a sweller cocaine worth about 1.36 million US dollars. Sweller na Bele from Salone. Then catch India. So when I tell me to, almost every month, if not every other week, almost every month, drugs business they come on other country day. To read about drug business they come on other country day. And then the president quiet, always they under in foot. And as recent as last week as well, then catch somebody with boku kush, and that person they a link in activities to him to the president in sister in man, so meaning in brother-in-law. And shamelessly that guy they come on media, they talk say go sue the police and all that, as they use for they do for intimidate people there. So I will read for now the parenterally in saga read for the press release. And I'm so glad though, but for me, I think say if for nice let them push, not to only for their loss in job, but for let the investigator as to how it do in so-called malpredy. To able for it's just unfortunate that the SLPP parliamentarians them sadly then get within I will call integrity gap. So I don't feel say them go reach that side because it look like say Boko of them will be beneficiary of this in so-called malpredy, and that's gonna make them go left and less sleep. But to me, this guy is supposed for be accountable and let it hold him to account and let it show how, because from the definition of treason, then they supposed to be treasonous because now offense against the state for like you make yuki by voting numbers them with the voting as something sacred to Sierra Leoneans them. And that way they now the core of democracy. So for like somebody, they play with that kind of process, they change the direction of the election result. No, then they a treasonous act. But again, because na SLPP then they in a power or gets the majority in a parliament, then go left and lay it down. So let I go through now all the other things them way, if time permit, I want to talk about tonight with them. So that's not the headlines then. So the story that way I want to cover, I don't talk about the government. The clarification where they make, say, in terms of the financial commitment, as President Bill, they be the chairperson for Ecowas. And then I talk about the APC Minkailu Koroma, we criticize President Bill in decision for accept the Ecowas chairmanship. I will talk about that. And this other story, me fambulem, or this other story, me fambulem, I decide for Briancam, we say President Bill fires back at 2-term rotation claims, calling them unconstitutional and misleading. If I'm them, 100% I agree with President Bill on this. 100%. It's like say for whatever reason, the APC folks then be sleep and then wing, where they allow the SLPP supporters them for able craft this narration or this narrative. We then say, oh, now 10 years. The APC then relax. And for some reason, you get some APC folks then way, in my opinion, then believe that. Because then take them from Kaba. Tijan Kaba ruled for 10 years, 2 terms. And then Koroma ruled for 2 terms. So given the recent democracy in Salone, so they're able for shape that narrative day. Say, oh, President Biosef for go for 2 terms, whether the people elect him or not. And then they make them relax. So now President Bio, they give them welcome or reminder, saying for like the supporters them of APC then think say, dan they na the rule. Say, oh, well, they don't do in 2 terms, so now APC then turn. No. A very unconstitutional and misleading. 100% I agree with President beyond this. Me fumble them. The Constitution no make come anywhere say a president for rule for 2 terms. What in the Constitution say is a maximum of 2 terms in your lifetime. Maximum of 2 terms. But it not say power a president for rule for 2 terms. So whether the people agree or not. No, now the people then get that responsibility there for give a president a 2nd term. So yes, I agree 100% with President Bill where he say that the APC supporters the way they think so as back in 2023 June where you get some SLPP supporters, then maybe they think that way, and then we succeed. President Biano say because it be in the interest, and not come strongly and tell the SLPP supporters then say, oh no, that now they talks about if the people elect him or not, I forgot 2 terms, and not say they so say it be unconstitutional and it misleading for like people and they think so. But where it come to that kind way where APC self thinks it and for benefit from that, it make it clear. And me fumble them again. This I agree with them 100%. It unconstitutional and it misleading. So me APC brothers and sisters, una need for really get una act them together and let una able win the election in a way that the people then give una the mandate. But for say you una try for make a convention or a rule where the Salone people do not know about, where the constitution or even remotely give una that mandate day and una just take all that one day they bring tension at that country day. Because we get Boku people and we maybe not or even maybe self we don't know anything about the constitution. Then when they begin to read anything and they say, oh yeah, now we turn, APC in turn for like then come now power back because President Bill don't SLPP don't get her now for 10 years. No, my brothers and sisters, it's unconstitutional and quite misleading. So again, I agree with President Bill 100%. So in addition to that, me fambulem, the other things them way I want to talk about. This now another story where I know say some people will say, well, Mr. Kagbo, this na kind of wishful thinking. But this for be help for solve plenty of the nonsense what they say in that country day. SLPP flag bearer aspirant Kellie Conteh warns against regional bias in choosing the next flag bearer. My brothers and sisters, if really, let's just read what he say. I know say for people on a get for increase on the font a little bit, but now this one are able for do where it will fit now the screen. I just want for read waiting we this flag bearer aspirant say. It says Sierra Leone People's Party flag bearer aspirant, Brigadier General retired Kellie Conteh, has emphasized the need for the SLPP to select its next flag bearer from outside the southern province, urging the party to adopt a more inclusive approach ahead of the 2028 presidential election. Let me make this very clear. Me fumble them. I'm glad where he said this, but that no means say, again going back to the constitution, that no means say the constitution allow for discriminate somebody for run for flag bearer or for a party for vote for a flag bearer or SLPP for vote for a flag bearer from the southern province. Then they safe if then get say part of the constitution, the SLPP constitution, saying, oh no, this time they're not for vote for somebody or they're not for choose a flag bearer or elect, whichever process, whether a selection or election, but they're not for elect somebody from the southern province, that will be considered discrimination. So I want for make it very clear, say I need to condone discrimination. No. The point where I want to emphasize now, we make I excited for let somebody bring them up. It used the word inclusion. To me, probably the better way for me be for consider people them we now originally come up from the southern province. Then therefore be a better way of putting it. But for say it urge the party not for choose somebody from the southern province, that's not discrimination right there. Because they self Sierra Leoneans them then get the legal right or the constitutional right for elect their own for president. It don't matter who side and come out, as long as they are Sierra Leoneans and they meet the requirement for run for president. Yeah. So, but for when you they make your case, and then they again, this is a free advice to the retired brigadier Conteh, saying when you they make then case, then they try not for discourage people from the southern province, because when you do that, definitely, highly likely, then go frown upon you as saying you try for discriminate them. Because if, let's say, this you so-called mentality or ideology, you win the flag bearership and eventually become president, what in that's gonna mean? It gonna mean say your cabinet highly likely you know go mix people in from the south, the southern province, and that then they imply, and that's wrong. For exclude people in. Yes, appeal for inclusion, but at the same time, you know, for again, by English, they call it zero-sum game. Enough for be zero-sum game, meaning if for be one way or the other. No, when you say inclusion, it for also include people in from the southern province. But this way, when you put them, saying they urge the party for adopt more inclusive approach, and your definition of that saying then for choose somebody outside of the southern province. That's wrong. So, but I just decide for bring this to our attention, like people understand, say yes, one way for solve that country problem, now for like will they choose we next flag bearer for both APC and SLPP, because it look like say the probability very high. Say the next president will come off from either of them two parties, sadly enough. So we want to make sure say people don't know choose the flag bearer based on the region we come out. If I get way for put this warning, now that way they may go put them. Dear, let people not choose the flag bearer because of the region we come out. And they appeal to both APC and SLPP. We want to choose on a candidate for run for president, dear for God and Abby. Let we make sure say we choose somebody we competent, not to because he come on a particular region and we not get even the minimal qualification we require for run that country there effectively. But yet, because they come up from certain region, and then people then feel so now we brother regardless of how terrible it be, then they not go push the country go before. So I really want to let we rethink that. So the other thing where I want to talk about, me fambulem, I don't lay the foundation about the Corruption Watch Sierra Leone, where they raise the alarm and talk about the subsidy, and I go read that. And the next I talk about parentarily. And the other thing where this, I don't feel say go surprise una though, this to read. Say President Bio appoints a new Auditor General. Well, they don't do the uki for pull the wawubidede. We na esteem woman. Now woman we not to just inside Salone, outside of Salone. People have so much respect them. But guess what, my brothers and sisters? President Bio is doing yuki to pull out Monday. Unconstitutionally, I go add. And they are big. Anybody who thinks say are not correct, call or text. And with all respect, then we kind of debate President Bio, he removed Lara Telopias unconstitutionally. According to the Constitution, and not go through the proper process for pull woman day. So within that they tell we, this person where he put so, sadly enough, a person we don't they use as scapegoat. A brain come in, and as a matter of fact, now the person will be the act. So it just validate the permanency of imposition for the next, I think now 5 years. So me fumble them. When I tell me to, this Auditor General, even though they don't even put some reports them way, it still show say the president in office corrupt. Because boku money they way they don't spend, and they call that irregularities. They're not able to account for that. And that is part of the definition of corruption. Because accountability, transparency, are two watchwords than that. Where you want for push any country go before for minimize corruption. But then two things then they're very lacking in President Bill in running of the country. Again, I encourage you now for challenge me. And I will give you an example. Usa una don't see President Bill. It tell we a breakdown of Amos and fly the cost. Instead, shamefully or shamelessly, whichever way you look at them, they try for justify in reckless spending and unreasonable traveling. So I will talk about that a little bit more, me fumble them, if time permit. But it's not surprising at all in terms of President Bill indecision for appoint the acting Auditor General, way now Mr. Abdullah Aziz. And even though it's not confirmed, but rumor has it, say they undermine Lara Pierce. But one thing for certain, say you not get as much experience as Lara Taylor Pierce. And even in terms of the integrity. So, but hey, President Bill don't nyaka that country day. So, appointments them, whether they make sense or not, it just go satisfy in base. So the other thing we go touch on, if it time permit me, Fambulem, but no worry, if time not permit me, I go pick them up on Saturday. This, again, if I get the ranking, I don't know, so I go rank this guy compared to Paran Tarawali. Because this is another terrible man. Alpha Khan. The talk say over 70% of Sierra Leoneans them get a job. And with them press and small, it's all within the agricultural sector. Just they throw numbers. Another terrible guy this. And I don't know, say, because I understand, say, they get PhD. I don't know what's in again PhD pa. But it's like, as usual no more. Like how under EBK. Now one of the terrible man in the wire. Maybe they ask Ernest Koroma for go third term. Maybe they make that rubbish signal after you nonsense. And now a B spokesperson for BO. So all that make with all we BO they try for give assurance. I one person way I want for see him before I believe him. Until 2028 come, we not see anything like say, oh, They say, oh, the confusion too much, then cancel them and extend viewing time and stuff like how that guy in Senegal want for do. We want at one point he agree, say, oh, he need run again. Then another point, close to the election, he try for do waiting parentarily call McPreedy. And for like, he go get backdoor way for retain the presidency and allow himself for go third term. So, for me, I don't see him too often. We see him on Ivory Coast, where he say, oh, well, I go step down, only 2 terms, I go do Ouattara. And waiting happen, Warawiri, and say, oh, the person where now the flag bearer for empathy, where if for support, that person they don't die. And remember, that person they be get somebody way for be run with. And not allow the person way for run with for take the lead or the head of the party. It cut out, oh well, the person will be the support, he don't die, so I go rerun. I go team up now because now that person they don't matter trust. Like say the country and personal property. So now that person they don't matter be trust for run the country. So we don't die. And not get nobody else for where trust I go on. And you do ama. Now all the thing in there I go talk about where it come to the challenges where President Bill for face under this umbrella of so-called chairperson of Ecowas. So yeah, Alassane Ouattara do am. And the former Guinean president self do am. Alpha Condé, he said do am. Nothing not come up behind that. And now Ouattara, given the age, is still they contemplate for do 4th term. The last time I check. So just imagine. Under President Bill, watch now we get for B. A 4th term. All now they get for be a test. And you get other folks then. Gambia, the election, then a corner. And who knows if instead not go time for do parentarily type McPreedy. So, me fumble them. If time permits me, I will show the video where they interview this horrible man, Alpha Khan. With all way people and they suffer. And just imagine, statistics, Salone, we suppose, forget at the numbers them. We know he didn't talk about saying 70% of Salone people them can get a job. Even though they qualify and say now within the agricultural sector. But still, for like you say 70% of them, then they that's no mago lefa. So fumble them, 2 other to read and they're very sad. I go encourage you now I go kind of one on a small. I'm not going to show any graphic image of them to read, but when I read them, when I go realize them very sad. And that make as part of the title, I make it very clear where I say police brutality. A 25-year-old woman seeks police compensation after brutality left her blind in one eye. If I believe police. And this, now the lady, now they see from on our side, maybe you will say left, but in right eye, according to the theory or the story, saying it is see padayide. And I go explain to you how it happened. And the other sad thing where this also for be a wake-up call to every Salone person where they hook up to APC and SLPP nonsense argument. The tragic killing of an SLPP MP's son after a night out in Freetown. This SLPP politician and a prominent politician, Honorable Gevao. I don't know if you remember we swear Salone. I don't know even a course Salone or we swear Salone where say Salone go be doomed if they not come to rescue, because it say under Abbas Bundu, Parliament, I think the second most corrupt institution of the country. So then pressure him and they try for ask Salone people, let's say, for come to rescue, for defend them, but he end up for swell in word, and they go back and say, oh no, you don't get evidence of that and whatnot. And that same Monday. And sadly enough, a few days ago, then killing Bobo, a nightclub. And now they call for let the police then take swift action. So this they tell we say, if we not fix we institutions them, my brothers and sisters, it can be you. And again, this is not a sad story, so I don't want to let people and say, Alex say, how they bring political talk into the story. No, that's not to the point where they try for make naya. The point where they try for make naya is waiting, I go say, unintended consequence. We need to be aware of their unintended consequences then they. Because it can be you. If we all together not condemn the police inefficiency and all the things them, the other side go suffer. So as this, I make out for bringing the story to now, because indeed a very sad story, with brothers and sisters. So today, as we now see the topics them, and jam-packed. Plenty things then for talk about tonight. But again, if I'm not able for complete, I go continue with the topics there on Saturday. But let's begin with this lady we lost in her eye. One of her eyes them. Let's begin with that story there, my brothers and sisters. Because it's very sad. And within that story they say, 25-year-old woman appeals for police compensation after losing one eye vision in brutality incident. Asanatu Habib Kamara, a 25-year-old resident of number 2 Ellie Street in Kenema. I want to underline that too. Kenema. Ellie Street in Kenema is urgently appealing to the Sierra Leone police and the public to honor a compensation ruling from the Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone, HRCL, is CSL, related to police brutality she suffered on June 20th, 2019. So meaning that 6 years ago, till now, that woman they fight for letting compensate her. 6 years ago. And it happened at Kenema under the SLPP administration, because this now 2019 it happened, meaning that President be in first term. So this now be just the talk. Let we be careful, Sierra Leoneans them, of unintended consequences. Where you feel safe, if they bo Kenema, then Kailao, Pujeon, Bonth, and even Kono, because now Kono don't be heavily SLPP according to the last vote. Where you didn't then place then there, you say because predominantly in SLPP supporters then did it, so nothing will go wrong on our strongholds of SLPP. Nothing will go wrong with you. Now only way happen on the other side. Say the northern provinces or Usai APC then get strongholds. No, my brothers and sisters. This woman, where the police, they ignore for game compensation. The incident happened right na Kenema. Young woman, 25-year-old. And look how them poiling yai. Till I read for now, what really happened. Camara alleges that during a confrontation between commercial motorbike riders and road safety cops in Kenema, she was subjected to excessive force by a police officer known locally as Whiter. The incident resulted in a stray, when I get that too, in a stray tear gas canister striking her in the eye, leading to permanent blindness in that eye. This lady not even be part of the protest or the kuskas will be the gone. Where that for even cause reason for speed up in compensation. The car you go say a stray bullet. This the canister. We they fire that tear gas. The cop hit him na eye. Because we young picking for now the past 6 years they go through this horrible experience. So tell me too, you go say this now any politically motivated atrocity? You go tell me say, oh now because insef be dey party kuskas? According to this article, it not show any iota of connection, saying I be bike rider or anything like that. No. So it continues to say, after a thorough investigation and fair hearings, the HRCSL, so Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone, recommended a compensation amount of 50,000 new leons, so meaning 50 million old leons for Camara. My brothers and sisters, for the people away in America, waiting at the dollar equivalent for this amount, you dey look at around $2,500. My brothers and sisters, for somebody where he eye blind as a result of the police, the action. Let we give the police them the benefit of the doubt. Let we say an accident, my brothers and sisters. Let we say that, an accident. But tell me too, accident, now for even cause a reason for giving someone this 50 million leons, old leons, and now 50,000 leons, new leons. However, let's continue for read. However, she claims that the Sierra Leone police have not complied with this ruling, leaving her without justice and further eroding public trust in law enforcement. This is not something new, but the thing where they emphasize now is where they feel say if it happened to the next person, we not to part of we quote and unquote, or not to we party they support. Na infernal for yourself. Well, like we then go say they miss them. Now this they tell we clearly. Say it be there na a stronghold inside Kenema. And you know we get no connection with waiting be they go on. A stay cop la put on so. Hit her na and it calls her now for blind. And yet 6 years on, and not still things say the woman entitled to compensation. We're not to boku money at all. No, say $2,500 US dollars around there. Hey, brothers and sisters, this for also be a wake-up call for we all. So I'll continue for read. Report further urged that the Sierra Leone police, as a constitutionally established institution, must protect life and property and uphold the rule of law. They are equally bound by principles of accountability and justice. Absolutely. It emphasized that compliance with HRCSL's compensation orders is not only a legal obligation, but also a moral imperative to respect citizens' human rights and foster reconciliation. If I fumble them, I don't say na big words them and put naya. But let me look at them this way. A legal obligation to the police or for the police. Like then go honor the ruling from the Human Rights Commission. That's all. But just as we always can say, and this will be another task for President Bill, because one by speech is say, he will make sure say the institutions is strengthening the institutions them at the region. But this now one classic example. Now we back now in backyard. We na Kenema and this lady na a stray canister, a stray cup, tear gas cup, hit her na yai. And yet the police they ignore the lady in suffering. We even that money they save. Yes, na compensation we maybe will do one or two things with them, but you know go bring insight back. So it conclude by saying, Camara is calling on the leadership of the Sierra Leone police to take immediate action to fulfill the compensation order issued by the HRCSL. Then quote Naya now. By doing so, the Sierra Leone police will help restore confidence in the police force and demonstrate a genuine commitment to justice, accountability, and human rights in Sierra Leone, the report concluded. So, my brothers and sisters, dear, particularly me SLPP brothers and sisters, and in fact, the politicians them, and even I would say the parliamentarians them, because now some of them case here on a need for the bring a parliament and ask the in this case call the Minister of Internal Affairs because the police they under them. So una call them and ask them, say, okay, well, we get this na media about this lady, waiting una need for do with about her. Why una no adhere to the ruling we una supposed for compensate them 50 million leons, all leons. So me now on behalf of this lady, this young sister, 25-year-old, Hassanatu Camara, at the appeal to government, at the appeal to parliament, at the appeal to the lawyers them, we for take this case written and called pro bono, take them without asking for like a pay una, and at that legal aid supposed for do. Take them case here, fight for this lady, let it get in compensation. And if possible, see if it not go too late for like maybe then fly them somewhere for see if they can able restore insight. All that, the legal aid at the appeal to una for come to this lady in rescue. Tia una taking case. It don't come to social media now for let we help her. Let we advocate on his behalf. And my brothers and sisters, una the politicians them, una the lawyers them, dear, una help this lady. He need help. Forget the money we deserve, and as well for like then see if they can able do something for take care of your eyesight. So me fumble them, now they go tap with this. But a very, very sad for like a Salone person they go through this. And yet, we president say, a one for make sure say, now the region, assuming to say Salone, they're in a better position compared to the average, now the region. But this, I believe say, na Asana too, na ain't able come forward. But you will get boku case them. of the kind situation here, where police don't kill people them, they don't give no compensation, they don't even respond to the funeral, nothing like that. But unfortunately, as Salone people like you say, oh, we left with case give God. But as institution, what will go happen? So me fambule let I come now to give out in Peking another sad story. And this another wake-up call for tell we say we not for only concentrate on waiting to happen to we neighbor. Then we think about we self. Say certain things then it can happen to you. And this not the situation with Honorable Gevao. So Isela quickly read the story for now. According to the story, Honorable Gevao demands swift police action over son's mother at Amani Nightclub. So Honorable Gevao Moiwa Gevao, Member of Parliament, has called for urgent and decisive action from the Sierra Leone police following the tragic killing of his son, Emmanuel Tamba Gevao, at Amani Nightclub in Freetown. The incident marks the third reported but unresolved killing linked to the popular entertainment venue. You see, me fambulem, like, the problem, they all over this story. Imagine, this is not the third time, according to the report. That same place they kill people them. The third time. So now it continues to say, in an emotionally charged statement, Honorable Gevao expressed deep frustration over the perceived lack of progress by the police in investigating the matter. He revealed that, in the absence of official updates, he took it upon himself to gather evidence surrounding the circumstances of his son's death. Wanna see? This a politician, this na member of parliament for the ruling party, is still they go through this, where the police very, very ineffective in get for gather evidence. We're not supposed for being woke for help with the investigation. This man, they grieve for him picking. And yet, it get for still engage. Yes, fortunately, in a lawyer, how to get the evidence. But assuming, say, gets nothing, no experience about law enforcement. This, as somebody we know about how the law operate. And they go through this kind of pain, not only for loss in Peking, but yet the investigation. But the sad thing is, una go hear waiting is say after where the police don't they drag foot in terms of the investigation. So then quote them directly, me fambulem. And this again, I know say for some people is very disturbing, but a nice for the way they talk about them here. And let they remind people and say, it can be you tomorrow. It can be your Peking. It can be your brother. It can be your family member. Then can't how can happen. And this now one big example. So then Kotam Naya saying, my son was murdered, and yet the very place where it happened continues to operate like nothing happened, Gevao said. This is not just about my son, it's about the safety of every young person in our community. Now this week, you always remind we SLPP brothers and sisters, and previously we APC brothers and sisters, where you feel say, okay, if other person they go through pain, whether now unjustly or not, arbitrary killing or not. Una they take am say, oh, not to you business, not to them, not to you business. Oh, now because waiting and go fend day. Una go fend all kind way for blame the victim. Now, Gevao, they remind we now saying, not to just because of it, not to only for Pikin now we don't die, but remember, they don't kill now that same place there according to the news report 3 times. They don't kill 3 people there. Hey, my brothers and sisters, one not to enough death way for make them close that place there, or at least suspend them till and do thorough investigation. But according to Gevao, even where as recent as in Pekin die, because now them place here, then tragedy then they close the place first. Say they're under investigation. But the investigation, even though they go like kele, snail pace, the place they operate according to Gevao. And this now so monarch. So this detail we say, Salone, beaucoup tin broken day. And this now a major example. And this now a severe case in the sense that somebody die. So it's not sufficient for like them close that place there. And now, hopefully, and we'll think about that we give out don't come on the news now. But that's so sad. So it continues to say, Gevao's concerns highlight a troubling pattern of violence allegedly tied to the nightclub. Despite the repeated incidents, authorities have yet to shut down the establishment or bring any suspects to justice. Now we can't get down this all. So clearly, within this detail, we say, highly likely the person will get this club. It gets so much influence. Because otherwise, if not somebody will not get that kind of influence, you know, than a me kind of thing, about them for don't close that place there. Prominent politician in Pekin, then killing Pekin there. And yet the place still they function. So then they tell we all how much lapse that country they face in terms of we institutions them. So it continues to say, in response to the claim, the wife of the nightclub's proprietor has denied that the incident took place within the nightclub's premises. However, Honorable Gevao remains firm in his position, citing his own findings and eyewitness accounts that link the venue directly to the incident. The lawmaker has urged the Sierra Leone police to act swiftly and transparently to deliver justice, not only for his family, but also for the broader community, which he believes is increasingly at risk if such actions are allowed to continue without consequences. Then Kotanaya. This cannot be allowed to go unpunished. We need answers. We need accountability. And we need justice fast. Gevao insisted. So let's conclude now with the story. So my brothers and sisters, according to the last part, as investigations continue, public attention is now sharply focused on Amani nightclub and the police response, with many calling for a thorough review of the establishment's operations and security practices. So again, me fumble them. I know we'll say a whole lot about this again, but it's very clear. The 2 stories them way I just don't highlight. They tell we say the police get a long way for go. And this are one of the institutions then that way we fall thoroughly, heavily depend on. But yet, we face this kind of situation. So this is something we, again, as una brother, as Salone person, and they appeal to una, then kind incident here, let we not look am from APC and SLPP lens. Let we look am from that Salone perspective. Yourself, it can happen to you. It can happen to your family. And just as we see waiting happen to give out. So I'll read the comments then very quickly before I go to the main topic proper. Because I know I'll let time beat me again and I'll talk about this topic. Oh, by the way, me fumble them. I do apologize for that. I tell you now, see the lines, they're open. And if you want for call, we still get issue with we main lines them, but you can call the WhatsApp. So if you want for call the WhatsApp, you can dial 1-343-997-5828. 1-343-997-5828. And we VOS radio station now Freetown. I just want to remind you now. We on our cable listen to because they can deal with a whole lot of community issues. And I will encourage you to follow now download the mobile app for we within the diaspora, particularly where we not able for catch them directly. And even the one in our Salone, some parts of Salone, the reception will go strong enough for Lona Kitcham. So I go encourage you now for Lona download the VOS mobile app. And for now we not download them yet. It will look like this. And you get plenty of other things then where you can able to enjoy a radio station, TV station, and dating site. If you don't look for you missing a rib for the man them. We're gonna encourage you now for Lona go to the dating site and Lona get fun. But una definitely do them responsibly. We don't want for like people and complain, say then defraud them. Because we need to monitor them very closely given that it's not free. So we get plenty of things that we can able to enjoy now the app. And for the people that we don't download the app already, I want to say boku thank you to una. And if una get any questions or how to improve the app, please una make we know. Okay, so the phone lines then open. The phone line open, the WhatsApp line. So I will encourage you now for una call, let una give una your own take. So let we go quickly to the comments them and let I recognize the people that we don't comment because not to just the people that we they call. So I want to say boku thank you and hello to one of the VOS divers because with Sister Mary J, it don't so frequent and it don't become now somebody we I expect every night and every evening time. On the weekends, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday at the expect time. So thank you very much. You say good evening, Mr. Carbo from California. I don't see the time difference, but thank you very much, Sister Mary J, for where you tune in. And as always, we truly appreciate where you can stay with we on this platform. And another regular brother, now one of my favorite brothers them, they call sometimes I can disagree with them, but a smart man. And definitely it can keep we on check. If any of we mistake, they bring them to our attention and we truly appreciate them for that. So Sal Songo, thank you so much, Brother Songo. You said Dr. Kellie Conteh as passions is misleading. SLPP doesn't select flag bearer but elected by majority delegates simple vote. Even the APC stopped selecting flag bearer in their new constitution. I agree with you 100%. And yes, a very unfortunate. But again, I can always say certain comments that we people and they make it nice for like we dissect them. Let we look at the comment holistically. Let we not just pick one part and left all the other side and we probably will give you insight in terms of the relevance. So what me gather from it is it appeal like we not do, as you say, election, even though they elect, because even with election, people in King, we see that when people and they vote. Yes, na election and na the right, but yet the sentiment whether they vote on and all reflect the development of the country. So now from that angle, let me look at them, say with the retired colonel, they try for in a way appeal, say, let we not just look no more to the southern province. Let we look at the people in competence, at the people in pedigree, and then decide, say, okay, well, this person fit for rule the country, it will pull the country from point A to point B in terms of development. But I definitely agree with you, saying, I don't think, say, it just misleading though. I don't think that misleading. It completely unfortunate. Very unfortunate for like you use the word inclusive, and yet you say for exclude a region. So to me, I think I don't know if the Englishman then call oxymoron. But anyways, thank you so much, Brother Songo, for your comment. And I want to say, Boku, thank you for where you always share your thoughts with we and with the grace we occasion we platform. And as I can always say, dear Abe, where I can reach to this comment, I'm not jealous. This we another VOS diva, and I'm not jealous. Dear Big, Madam Bendu, I go say now one of the original core extended family members of VOS. Madam Bendu, thank you very much as always. They say hello fambul them. I can always dear big, if I don't too much, just send for me message in the corner, yeah. But I just want to appreciate you. Since we established VOS in 2017, before the election, where people in the field say, oh, we established VOS because President Bill don't kind of power. No, we established VOS 2017. So since 2017, Madam Bendu be done there with VOS. So I want to say boku thank you to him for where he believe in we, and almost every night he join this program. And thank you so much, Madam Bendu, for where you always the grace we occasion. And I want to say again, boku thank you. You know, I can always say me na like Kumbra we born twin. We I get for be careful. You know, I want to say again, boku thank you to baby two lager, instead another prominent family member. Thank you very much for we always the grace this platform. You say good evening, Mr. Kagbo. Thank you, and good evening to you as well. And I also say boku thank you. Madam Bendu also say, and interestingly, I don't say this plenty times, but let we continue for the echo Madam Bendu in voice. Say these are the problems when the system is not fixed. It will affect any one of us. 100%. A solid message there. Let we think for fix the system, my brothers and sisters. Not say because it affect your neighbor, we now another party in the support, in order for reach to you. No, it go reach to you if you not fix the system. If you not believe me, ask Asanatu Kamara. If you not believe me, ask Honorable Gevao. With the system rotting, because them place them there, I sure see them forget strong security, especially when they say in a popular nightclub. But yet 3 people that don't die at that same place there, they allow that place there for continue. So it definitely the tell we say to Madam Bendu in point, the system rotting. We need for fix the system. So thank you very much for that wake up call there, Madam Bendu. And so you see, I really, really love the VOS family members. Mary J don't do the math. Mary J don't do the math for me. It says it's about $2,235.14. Thank you so much, Mary J. Mary J. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you see, we get so many smart people. So my brothers and sisters, it even be below the 250, the 2,500 roughly where they talk about. So Mary J don't do the math for we. So when I tell me to for somebody with a loss in eyesight, now plenty money this, and yet for give this small money, a wala. Ebo, no, the system really rotten. We need for fix that system there. So I want for say Boku Tenki, and it continue for say this is so sad. The amount of money she's asking for is not even worth it. Yes, no amount of money will bring back her sight, her high sight, to normal. Absolutely, that's correct. And that's very sad. I agree with you, Mary J. So, Madam Bendu, they say, this is what we keep on saying, that the system is broken and it's not working for anyone. Thank you so much for that. And again, this is another great brother, Brother Peter Dowder. Yes, once in a while we can disagree, but himself another intelligent man. He said, human life in Sierra Leone is almost worthless. Hey, my brother, as much as it be true, but and very sad. Very, very sad. And for say Boku Tenki and welcome to Brother G4. Thank you so much. And this another favorite family member. We can always remind we for like, share, and subscribe to the VOS network. On Facebook, VOS Television, YouTube, VOS Television. You go catch we, and please wanna like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, Favor, and welcome. And I also say boku thank you to William brother Mohammed Barry. Thank you very much, brother. Say good evening, Mr. Kagbo. I am new here, but since I discovered the channel, I am with you. Thank you so much, brother Mohammed Barry. And that as somebody we for disclosure, I know him personally, and I want to say boku thank you for the support. Yes, we come and talk about issues them where they affect that country there, because Salone are the only place where we get the only country, no other country, no the way we go call Mama Salone. So dear, they will fix them. So my brothers and sisters, them this next topic where I can talk about, so I mean, don't push on, but let I go into it now, proper one. So within the topic where I talk about this Ecowas thing. I know say Boko Funa go don't see, say, oh my goodness, you don't exhaust time, but no, I want to make it clear, because plenty of we they say, well, this go cost Salone plenty money and all that in a day. But let me try forget the facts. And forgive me away, I did do plenty reading tonight, but it worth it. So now let me go to the article. And as a reminder, the phone lines they're open, my brothers and sisters. So I'm going to encourage you now for like una call if una want for really share on our comments them. So waiting on the write-up, it say government clarifies financial commitment as Sierra Leone chairs ECOWAS. Amid rising public concerns over the financial burden of Sierra Leone's new leadership role within the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, Foreign Affairs Minister Timothy Kaba has offered key clarification to reassure citizens. Again, I can always say, let we give them the benefit of the doubt. Let we listen to what they say. And then we decide if we will accept them or not. I make a one for long pay attention. Okay. Speaking during the Ministry of Information and Civic Education's weekly press briefing, Minister Kaba emphasized that Sierra Leone's chairmanship will not strain the country's economy. And I underline that too. It say it no go put pressure on Salone economy. Question mark. D. And he continued for say, according to the minister, the ECOWAS Commission will cover the operational costs associated with running the blog, meaning the ECOWAS, during President Julius Maada Bio's tenure as chair. Meanwhile, Sierra Leone's Ministry of Finance will provide targeted support to the Office of the President for activities directly related to the role. This, again, it is so interesting where people want for use English for confuse people them. When I take the first sentence where it say, ECOWAS, the commission, they cover the operational costs we associated with President Bio in term. And then it put a caveat and say, Salone Ministry of Finance go provide targeted support to the office for the activities them will relate directly to the role. So what do you mean? One moment you say, oh, na ECOWAS, they foot the bill. Then another moment you say, oh, well, the finance, the Ministry of Finance, then go provide some support. Now, logistic support, those kind of support. So clearly, if now military support or whatever support we not get for cost money, why the Ministry of Finance for doing into this? Why then for provide support where we know say Ministry of Finance now the money style? Dear my brothers and sisters, let me take a call and I will come back with the story for continue the story. Let me take a call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who side they call we from, please? What's up? Go ahead. For some reason, I don't know why, you kind of need to come through clearly. Try again. Hello? Hello? All right, well, what we'll go do, fumble them. Let me take a quick break, and then I go try for see if we go to fix this issue. Okay, let me try the caller one more time. Hello? Okay, let me take a break. Please hold on the line for me. Let me take a quick break, and I will bring you on after the break, please. In the heart of Sierra Leone, where dreams often struggle to find wings, one young man dared to hope. This is John Sitta. Born into a humble family where even putting food on the table was a daily challenge, education seemed like a distant dream.
Good afternoon and welcome to Voice of Salone Radio.
Good afternoon to the listeners.
Yeah, so what's your name?
My name is Ibrahim, sir. Ibrahim Pedal.
Ibrahim Pedal, what is Kamara. You understand say everybody people come first in the whole country?
Yes, I'm a pikin. Okay. Actually, they talk to you now, so we born the pikin. Now, attire the cell. Now, empty attire the cell. I no gets. And launch na 10,000 a year every day. At times we meet up at the biggest one and when we eat, they can get 10,000. Not all the time. It is strain. At the constraint, at the up to 14 years, work no day.
John had a fire in his heart and brilliance in his mind. But brilliance without opportunity often fades into silence. His parents believed in him, but with an annual family income of less than $1,000, they couldn't afford to keep John in school. Then came the VOS Diaspora Helping Hands Scholarship Program, a beacon of hope for underprivileged, talented students like John.
Take the first position during my WAS examination.
And what are the mechanisms have you put in place for you to become first again for WAS?
I should be studying very hard and hardworking in class.
So what do you want to tell others that are unfortunate to come first in the Becker process?
Okay, my advice to my colleague students is that success do not come overnight. They have to study and get prepared or for any tax overhead.
All right, thank you very much. This is VOS, Voice of Salone Radio.
Today, John is not just a student, he's a leader, a mentor, and a beacon of hope for his community. With your support, VOS Diaspora Helping Hands empowers students like John from humble beginnings to reach for the stars. Together we can transform more lives. Together we can change the story. Join us today. Sponsor a dream. Shape the future. Scan the QR code to donate or visit our website at www.vosdiaspora.org. All right, Fambulem, una thank you for we una allow we for showcase the VOS Diaspora Helping Hands. So the possibility to for call, the phone line don't fix. Please, we encourage you for call. While we did wait for the person, I just quickly want to give a shout out to all the donors them. My brothers and sisters, this is not really easy for like people and share their money, their sweat with this VOS initiative for let we sponsor picking them. That's now a very, very good opportunity. So as we dey listen to the call, I go to scroll for let una see the names of the people that we don't donate so far. And thank you to all we know donors them. So let me take the call. VOS Network. Hello caller, waiting your name and who they call we from, please.
Yeah, I dey call from London. Waiting I been dey try for say is Madabio, it don't go na Ecowas. It not be ask the country if they want and they. Now in choose for go take that platform. So the money, who side and they pull money now for the game for this support where they want Sierra Leone support this in project where don't go to na Ecowas. Because we not get money. People they not get 1 meal a day. Nothing they work na Sierra Leone. A penny no day. If not to God with the diaspora and the money they're waiting the sense way they pass around. Money no day. So who side they pull now money for the gear and plane fee for the buy for go church one old play where they travel with. Who side the money they come out? We not get better hospitals. People and they die. Electricity no day. I'm not afraid God ba. Eh? If you don't go to Ecowas let them fix the bill. If you want go posh, na play my church for they go around for say you na the chairman, let them give you the money. Salone not get money. Whether they're not going to waste that money there again. Let's take the money, put on the country for God's sake. You're not able to rule Sierra Leone. You're not able to provide what Sierra Leoneans they need. They go take Ecowas. You know, you want to put that pressure there on the country. This man not sober, you know, I don't know. And one thing again, why they talk with system, they don't break all the system, they in other country, they know with system, they know they work at all. Instead, you see, let implement a team recommendation where they give for let it begin working at the country so that the next election will get free and fair election, and then we'll get better democracy. You see that the job say one go be chairman na Ecowas. When not able handle one country, small country, 7 million plus. You know able handle that. Now the whole West Africa they go handle. It's a joke. It's complete joke. You know, now that no mommy want contribute tonight. You know, the country is so sad. We need for pray. Sierra Leone they into bondage. If we not pray, the whole country not pray, then break that bondage there. We know they able to pull that country there. Now then people here their hand. We really they into bondage. People they go for pray. This them feel say no more this not joke. It's not a joke. What we they talk so na media, I not do. What we they say we they fed the federal election, they say will not break this bondage where they don't put because they don't tie every Sierra Leonean, they don't tie we not able to talk, we not able to react, we not able to say a word, we be fearful, we they into bondage. May God sorry for Sierra Leone and God deliver we. Thank you, my brother. May God bless you.
Amen, sister. So again, the question now we need for ask. By the way, thank you very much for where you call. And so now that make one for read this, let people then clearly understand, because now that's the entire for do where the foreign minister come and do the press briefing. But so far as we be the read, let we try for finish this reading. But the two statements them we make, the first one say, oh, ECOWAS will take care of the money and all that thing and they for the operations. And then it say back, okay, well, meanwhile, so let me take a call though. That meanwhile, I get kind of, I want to pay attention to them. But let me take another call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name inside the call phone, please?
Yeah, Mr. Kago, this the call from Virginia.
Hello, brother from Virginia. Thank you so much. Again, now one of the donors them from The Voice and one for Telang Boku Boku Tenki. Thank you so much, brother. So what did I take on the program tonight, sir?
Mr. Kago, I can always say, you know, the sun in that country, they like a solar, depend on the sun, and we depend on you for analyze and try for sensitize. We all don't know, people don't know, for let them know what happened in that country day. But I want to take this opportunity for we brother we lost in Pekin through that accident. Let God sorry for him. If the Pekin doing a mistake, rather sorry for him, and let's take out and the family them. And I explain again with sister where them bossing I defend justice. Whenever we get justice up to now, the money we ask for is a very small amount. The ask take courage there, put in trust on God. God better pass even the government or any person.
Yeah, thank you. Let God answer to your prayer, brother. Thank you.
Amen. Mr. Kago, we see this ECOWAS business also matter build and make us chairman. A lot of things that happen behind the scene, but we'll go for no later, not to now. How much money spent for let get them, waiting to have for do and everything, we'll go for no later by God in power. But now this waiting happen. I don't know if you see the article where Donald Trump invites the ECOWAS country them. Unfortunately for we are glad but not glad when they not invite the chairman for the ECOWAS, not invite them Sierra Leone, Madabi, not invite them, but that's in the Pakana America. So which make are not happy because if he comes, we can't for lobby for certain things and they will go in that country. But which make are glad the back way not happen, we're not putting them there. Trust me, if he name be day, 1 week to 2 weeks, he don't left in a salon, don't charge a plane, don't call Boku people, they don't can also waste government money, waste money for no reason, for no nothing, wait people they stop at the or pay people where they treat you and they will pay them. They will nothing for that, so they for suffer. So for that reason, I make a glad you not waste the money. If not small people, I don't say against society. Man, I be able to charge a plane for can't spend money. Not in that time, mommy don't tell me. He say, you know, be the work. Since they pull the money, you know, that consciousness and the people the money they use for help for their country. They would remember that one day, for God's sake, you know, for make provision for let people able better because the government are for help the people and push the people and let them. They don't do that oversee. They don't see how. They're London. Not to let them born there, not to let them grow up or anything, but because they did at the country, then give them cash house. They not forget them aim the day for people in that country for solo make provision for them, let them go succeed, let them better. No, then for their own cabal, no more, let them get their own cool. One thing why they always take and say, matter be in government. If you not sabi for lie, or you not be wicked person, and not lie for who them. They always get, you know, what they say, backs of the safe that flocks together. Not true. They see the people there around power government, they're kind of wicked. Because they listen to us, so they know. None for the minister, none for the government, no go to talk safe. So she then tells us, no, stand up and fight for the people, them. And then say that they're a member of parliament, or then a government people, and they would know them tell whether they see, and they see them tell, and they will take them into tell the presidency, because every day they brief the president, what happen. Not going to brief and say that this happened to the citizens in there, or in say the guy, you know, they see what happened, and they go to them. You know, every time for talk one thing, they say they don't come make fisheries business, that fisheries now. If you day, first of all, they were on a road where they construct, when I never know how many the carry pass there because that will make that road day. Therefore, they monitor them how much money they make all the time. They never gonna make that same day, but they know how much money they collect there. Now, fisheries that they can make where they play, say how many fisheries, how many boats for them in that country, they able to know how much they got to make out of we. They did that money, how much pay, because forget somebody for representary. for any double the pull or anything that put under, let we know what to pull, which to go benefit the government then. But they all the the selfish, it is so much not going today. Madam, what would they near and you go see the VOS family them. The one who did not VOS family, you go see they always open-minded, they let that country and try to make goodness of that country. But Madam, you surround yourself with people when they're bad and wicked or they lie. They will see white, they call black. Mr. Kagbo, I'm before that the call you, so I will listen to. If you don't do stop me, do a big elect time caution.
Absolutely. Well, you can wrap up now since now one line will get.
Okay,
somebody else to tell you.
I will take the opportunity to thank you again. God bless you because you don't feel your aid. This you don't feel your aid. I make it the time for talk. Not to say that it's this government, but the time for help them, for shape them, let them know so they do the right thing for the people. But they fail for that one day. But you don't feel yourself, and who are the VOS family who don't feel yourself? God bless you, my brother.
Yes.
I will listen to the message that will call back later.
Yeah, well, you get about 30 seconds left if you want to finish them, but that's up to you.
Let we help picking them. When in a salon, where the government will take care of them, let us tell the government, say, we pass them, who go help picking them. Especially now, picking the pipe, so they're going to make people contribute to help them. Thank you so much. They can everybody for contribute.
Yes, and thank you so much for the contribution. Thank you. Let me take another call. Thank you, bro. God bless. VS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who said they call you from, please? Yeah, go ahead, please. You're on live. Yes. Go ahead. You're on live. What's your name and who said they call you from?
Yes, Mr. Kagbo, how are you, sir?
I did do well, brother. Thank you. You say how you do?
I'll tell God thank you. My name is Luciano. I call from Maryland. I want to make small contribution.
Go ahead, brother Luciano. I just want to let people know, say yourself another brilliant contributor, even though you can be controversial at times, but we truly appreciate it.
Well, I did try. Now, for this ECOWAS business I want to talk about, I understand within one of the, what are the APC possibly show, say Minkailu something, a big concern. Have you understand? Yes, I don't know how much you're old because I know something that they be young. But I remember say, the way Pasheki Bibi, we try for OU chairman, the country be bankrupt. From that same day, even one bank manager be lost his life because of that, because he advised him. So that concern is not missing at the same thing they can repeat. Don't let him be the first, because for me, President Bio get this problem, this position before they congratulate, and the first we didn't do. Oh, not to enforce don't get an Pasheki first we don't get an two. Pasheki we don't get OAU chairman. Then later, I can step down and go to the ECOWAS now. Where is it before the other way around? So if I be the other way around, if I get experience, I go on the OE. But the problem what I don't see with APC, especially some of them commented they make it like say if Salone right now, if Salone win World Cup under Mother Bio, World Cup not important anymore. Then go say, what did they go to the World Cup? The country not get money. They never forget about the prestige they bring out of the country. But say because now Salone win, the woman that don't win one World Cup, they don't talk that about her. No, I doubt they congratulate. The Salone under 20 don't go semi-final for the first time. The woman that don't win cricket. If Salone go World Cup right now, Salone World Cup not important again because under President Biona, then me believe. The other thing again, this parentality they talk about. Parentality, I believe say morally bankrupt. Because the way you explain so. Nothing that the first person do, I believe so, not to enforce them for them. Or say in WEF, they receive money, we know the work. That did not happen from the 80s one party time.
And then you say, no, say in WEF, they work.
Say that's not done in a man. Now I make us say more. Now I make us say morally bankrupt. I not go hold on because say now WEF they old. Like me, if me that security officer now, I mean an officer. I do work in a particular place, like a allowance shop, my wife go shoplift. That don't mean say they will arrest me because my wife shoplift, even when they work at the store.
That's true.
Basically.
That's true.
So I don't go say, I go deny say I don't know I'm waiting and call, but something, that's not me saying that they do them. But I go still deny for save me aid. But I believe say, what if we don't catch her now? If you're supposed to step aside, if you get more responsible anything, as clerk of parliament, that step aside. And that's the way the claim for citizens do. It doesn't like na him pull the close to the water. We call police for let them pull them parliamentary and them. I think it's a judiciary for blame because the judiciary, I think for pass that verdict, said them people let them left that parliament. Until now campaign, it choose the wrong way for campaign. Because without the judiciary verdict, that thing not before happen. So that na false claim they make so for saying I engineer everything. That's what we believe. Because I know say no get voice of the judiciary. Somebody before and we talk about because the division of the party, something I make they decide for get rid of them because division they inside the party. I make they decide say well this let push up because you want sometimes some people they part that position where you want that secretary general position you want so. That's what I believe. That's my own opinion. But I believe I believe in Maui me if na me wife do them continue. They don't catch me that car with them. I understand the first one there. I understand that people they do and back inside. I before step aside. I before resign straight away.
Yeah.
Me na my opinion on this.
Okay, but I just want small correction.
Mm-hmm.
The way it do the judiciary no begin much for do because waiting them force do is they stop the people for vote. So when they stop them and they say them for sworn in force before the voting.
Okay.
Well, then they set a wrong based on the constitution interpretation. So waiting it do for make them pull them people in a door, it prevent the situation whereby then go vote, and instead of then do the vote accordingly, then go with simple majority. So the people that will be only be present.
Yes.
And then they say, so now some of them thing and they will say if fidget, it make you kiki because it go really contrary to what in the constitution say. And that in the stick. So it correct.
Yeah,
because the judiciary now,
yes.
now later, but the vote don't happen. And they don't get Abbas Bundu. So once you don't get the speaker, now in the referee now going forward. So it then begin now do the maneuver and then try for use that strategy way not democratic where then say the one we can second now automatically for take the seat where then they're not democratic at all. So but again Payan 9 starter and I'm bold enough for ask for let them pull the people in a door and then it allow the vote for continue and instead of then take the total number of parliamentarians, they say now only the people that were present now then they go count and then they allow them forget the so-called majority.
Okay, but Mr. Kabo, you get points on that side, but the other question I ask is why APC overreacts? Go begin chair Bible or chair Quran na the parliamentary for those who don't suffer at the end. Them protest peacefully because then they give the reason to make them call police. So sometimes somebody then said that place this side the APC what they don't tell. They say you know what you make confusion so police go can they pull on all. So now land out again. So the APC said they get inside the one.
Well, no, that's true.
Or they walk away from the parliament. Let us see what they go do peacefully.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
However, again, you time done, but I just want to make it clear back. Now, some of the things then that I will talk about after the call about this whole Ecowas. Because Ecowas, the intervention, enable the wrong thing for happen at Salone. Because that way they say let APC accept, then they wrong. Now, wrong rule in that. Because if them be stand for democracy and it very clear say the APC parliamentarians they will win, the NEC don't give them the certificate.
Mm-hmm.
Say yes, then are the elected members.
Yes.
And according to the constitution, you don't need for be a swearing member for vote for the speakership. Mm-hmm. So therefore, we don't stand because that's not a democratic process. But yet they say, oh well, let it accept. No, and look what in Abbas Bundu this last time now, because they get the numbers and where APC then say then go boycott. Waiting he say this time ECOWAS no go save una. So you see, so that they show how much respect the individual players do not get for ECOWAS. And I go come to even an Koroma waiting he do, where a kind of a sack Sam Sumana go na the ECOWAS court. The ECOWAS court rule in a favor, but waiting an Koroma say, it say ECOWAS not to then the Supreme Authority. At the Supreme Court. So again, I go come to all that, and where we did talk ECOWAS they in decline because of, and I go show some of the challenges. But thank you very much for the point where you make. Yes, it just like where you go say board one fly, you go shake tick. So parentarily one for take power away not get, then APC they make alala. So you just use the authority will not get for ask them out, because as a matter of fact, that not be supposed for be parentarily in one call for ask for let them pull them out. Yeah. Because at that time they be don't vote and all that. So again, this whole constitutional thing is just wacky. Salone. But thank you so much, Brother Alusain, as always. We truly appreciate your perspective. Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
Yeah?
No problem.
Okay.
Okay,
God bless. Yeah. So fumble them again. Now, unfortunately, now one phone we they use. So there are the possibility to have a call back, and so now let us therefore finish Timothy Kaba. A explanation, the clarification we try for make as to whether or not now Salone get for foot significant amount of bill or the money. But let me take this call because a nice law give people a chance. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's name?
Hello. I just be one answer. Talk to this guy we just left. I feel say the T way they tell we say. Now because of President Biode na power, anything where he do, we know they accept him. Yeah, hello.
Go ahead.
Now the gentleman we just left.
The only thing is, I know say you are a very civil person. Just not do direct attack, but yeah, you can respond to in comments.
No, just make comment. No, not the attacker. What are they trying to say? Where they say anything where President Bill do, you know, people people are not they acknowledge them, or people are not they accept, or people and they oppose them. Not that. This ECOWAS thing, we they talk about them because the country they're in a bad situation. If the timing wrong for let's take this chairmanship, if it be to say na Sierra Leone the sponsor, you understand? If it be to say na the ECOWAS the sponsor, every damn penny where they go use, we not worry. You understand? That they will say okay, but if na the country where bad so today, they sponsor and they not Sierra Leone they no go agree. Now that make them oppose that. You know, if the president be only wait where the economy don't properly, things they work for people, we get electricity, we get good roads, we get how they call them, good health care, things they work well, and we accept now, we'll clap on for them. But it's like, the question what it asks now is this: is it that the president, he wife, the president and the president, his wife, in picking them, and the ministers, and then go enjoy Sierra Leone money? Now the question that they ask, but they don't enjoy this money because I don't see any money they flow to the poor people then. It's like when they come to power, everybody get for can under their knee and support and concord them and give them what they want, give them all the benefits, give them all the joy, give them everything when they make luxurious life, we give them everything while the others they suffer. Now so for can rule. Now the question me they ask. Now so with the rule, you poor people are what you supposed to be the slave to them and provide for them. Now that the country sit down, they provide for you, let's see down luxurious life while others they suffer. Now so we country for them, we get for change here. Something get for change here, something get for shift. That not mean President Biode against them, but you know go left the country they first, nothing no day. People in they suffer, then you go take the whole West Africa. Then they say now we on small country go pull with money for support. You for go, I know where other country in there now West Africa then get money pass we. That nobody no go accept that. Now the thing that they me want say it wrong. And one thing again, I want to talk about this passport thing small. Where then they grab now, so then they say then they can't give passport to people where they can't do business. Then are the wrong thing. Today I see one video where the parliament then they say it wrong, illegal if they're not bring a parliament. Me not they say a bad idea for give passports to people where they do business, but then don't set that program they accordingly. Where they go vet people, where they need to say they not go take a passport, they give foreigners they were a rapist, where don't commit crime other side and just they can't save themselves now we country, or when people they when a bad people them, or people where they load their money for can't destroy the economy, or people where they can hide the money in our country. What thing they not put in place for put security for Sierra Leone and the safety? Now the question and they would ask. Una thank you, God bless you now.
And thank you to that second part where you talk about the passport, not to something where unique to Salone. Canada they do them, US they do them, but other advanced countries then they do them. Where then they try for encourage business people, like Canada for example, then go ask say if you boogie certain amount, you they trust the government. And then the government give you, and it be right away citizen, but permanent resident we go end up for be citizen. And after a certain period, and then the government pay you back and stuff. So then do for let people then come and establish as business because then believe say, even as businessman, we come with your family. Certain things then go happen where you go end up for elect the place and establish your business now the country where you go. So not to something where unique to Salone, but I agree with you where Salone now the underground business is boku, the UQ boku. So because trust not today in terms of we institutions them, now make even things them way other developed countries than they do, where Salone will implement them kind of policies, then they will question them, will they doubt them, because they don't give beaucoup reasons them for doubt them. So I clearly understand that. So in terms of where you say now Salone go foot the bill and all that, not all the bill. And at that make I be want for like people and all feel say they give wrong information and all that. I just want force for finish waiting the foreign minister say. And then I go come now to the reality, the numbers themselves. But let time not bet me, so let's finish this read quickly. So again, let's just go to the second paragraph as on seen on the screen. According to the minister, the Ecowas Commission will cover the operational cost associated with running the bloc during President Julius Maada Bio's tenure as chair. Meanwhile, and that's not the caveat, meanwhile, Sierra Leone's Ministry of Finance will provide targeted support to the Office of the President for activities directly related to the role. So, targeted, so meaning, yes, Salone go chip in, but this go be at a limited role. So I go interpret then targeted in that regard. They say it go be for very specific activities. It not go be the just cover the entire ECOWAS activities. So then quote Anaya directly. The government's contribution will not undermine our economy. Minister Kaba assured, highlighting that the 0.5% ECOWAS levy currently collected serves as a reliable and sustainable source of revenue to support regional commitments. That is not true, and I will show now very shortly. That word way is say sustainable source and reliable and not true. So that 0.5 is not enough. And I go show now one big budget where the European Union even help, but the amount where they help with, not even shake safe. So for say that 0.5%, and also we know say corruption not to just Salone no more. It the tigi one in Africa. So we now understand the mechanism where they put in place for monitor this 0.5% levy on duties them, we go directly in the Ecowas coffer. We not get that understanding there, because this now the government on behalf of Ecowas, they collect the money then they, and we don't see severally where the government where they run the affairs of the country, the money we forgo now that consolidated fund. In fact, ACCB they investigate very recently, and plenty other issues they don't come up where people them they go put the money. They put the money in their pocket. Then they care and go. As they collect, then they go deposit them. And in fact, somebody in a NRA be catch them, say they embezzle the money we supposed for go na the consolidated fund. So if the money when at the Salone money, people then get mind for Tifa, not put them na the government account, rather than put them at the own personal account. So speak of Ecowas money. So this get for the happen, I believe, not to Salone no more, but all over the place. So for say, then they go sustain the activities them, the commitment, like how it put on there, saying the money we then collect from them levies, then they go sustain the commitment of the region. That's not true, and that money they not even sufficient safe. So that's now one thing. And just finally though, let I just read the final aspect of it, and then go to the issues then. In a show of solidarity and historical context, la go up small. Okay. So the article continues to say, in a show of solidarity and historical context, Minister Kaba reminded the public of the sacrifices made by other ECOWAS nations to assist Sierra Leone during times of need, particularly during the civil war and post-conflict recovery. 100% it get a point now, yeah. But politicians they're interesting, so it bring this now for emotionally appeal to we. People are very much aware of the sacrifice under Sani Abacha, because at that time, Naina be the chairman for ECOWAS. So we see where ECOMOG then come, then they have Johnny Paul Koroma and Brinkaba and all that. So we see that even that January 6, ECOWAS, the ECOMOG, the help and all that stuff, then we know that, say the sacrifice. And that will be part of their obligations. So not to something where you go say, oh, well, we need for get sorry at. No, we committed and we be part of this. So if then talk about quota and all that stuff, then yes, we supposed to contribute. So, but this way it make them, so like say, now favor they be do Salone. No, this not the other thing where Salone, it just happens to say, but probably on Saturday I go play Alpha Khan in video. This mentality where we get, where we they feel say people and where they in position of power, now favor they do for the country, or in this case, where ECOWAS do something now favor. No, this now a regional body where every country now West Africa be joined. So then join them with the understanding saying then get responsibility the same way so as a group, the group get responsibility. So this now something where we be expect. Say we need ECOWAS for intervene and then do them. So, but for say, oh, we need for be like historically, like say we for be grateful over. No, not the mandate, not the mandate of ECOWAS. So for satisfy the mandate, we not get for say, oh well, we for show gratefulness and no. Let we stop that mentality there. And at that make where things then go wrong, we need to all them people there in power accountable because we they feel saying a favor that they do to we. No, not a favor at all. Not their responsibility, not their mandate. So I just want to make that distinction there. We repeated the politicians, then they do that, and Alpha can't do that, saying Salone people them. It imply like say Salone people are ungrateful. You know, we need to show appreciation for waiting the president don't do. Me brother, I dey talk now to you, Alpha Khan. Yes, I not play the video. Nobody not ask President Bill for contest. And then people who they vow so for flag bearership. No Salone people them, no Salone person. Now say, hey, but how they beg, the country need you, the country they in that situation can't help. No. Now then decide for contest, so then go able resolve the issue of the country. So if they're not able meet that standard day, we for all them accountable. Not a favor. Let me take a call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting are you name and who side they call we from, please?
Yes, sir, Mr. Kagbo. My name is Alpha Cecilia. They call for Anchorage, Alaska.
Wonderful. Another donor of the diaspora helping out. So thank you very much, Brother Alpha, and thank you for your consistent donation. Multiple
yes, sir.
donations.
Yes, sir.
So what can I take on the program tonight, sir? Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Me take for today. You just nailed the point out. You know, people that actually believe say that we lead at them, then they do a favor or something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Me believe say most of their achievements here where they happen. I don't care under which leader. Now most of the time self-determination. And I'll give you an example about the players the way they can go play, where they win games or win cup for Salone and stuff like that. They are self-determined. And why is that? Because the last time we reached it, I think they take bus by Guinea to wherever they get for go play. You know, they go there. Even when they go, they don't get side for sleep, something like that. They get for sleep on the floor. So these are self-determination because they don't get full support where they're supposed to get. You know, so not to say because this president in a power and I made people that win games. No, that's not true. Self-determination, you know.
Well, it can be partially, yes, the players then get a major role, but it can be partially where it can give the incentives. But to that point where you make, say, sometime like few occasions there where they not be get adequate support. I agree with you, and under this president as well. So I just want to clarify that. But I understand your point, sir.
No problem. And also the notion say, you know, a certain group of people can just criticize things. And I don't think I'm a fan of, well, I don't know. For example, Alpha can say 70% of people in a salon, you know, they employ, they get job. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need for to talk about anything and therefore make a proof why people in the deny say, no, that's lie. You know what I'm saying? The Salone people, not to 70% get jobs in the country. You know what I'm saying? So it's impossible because the way out things then they go. I rest my case for today, Mr. Kabo.
Yeah, and that point's there. Well said. We need to challenge them. Thank you so much, Brother Alpha. Let God bless. And thank you for your generosity as well. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So me fumble them. We don't reach the 10 o'clock mark, and let I for wrap up then point here in terms of the read, and then let I make my conclusion. So unfortunately, then they will be the last call because I really want to finish this topic tonight. So I don't want to go too far off the program now. But waiting Timothy Kaba, finally they say now. He emphasized that President Bio's leadership is driven by a vision to elevate Sierra Leone's influence on the international stage and strengthen the country's standing in regional diplomacy. So this is another thing again we're questionable, but I will come to that. Let's just read the whole thing. The Kotanaya, President Bio is committed to ensuring that Sierra Leone is not just a participant, but a leader in regional and global matters, Kaba stated. Sierra Leone officially assumed the Ecowas chairmanship at the recent summit, marking a significant diplomatic milestone for the nation. That part, they 100% I agree with them. Because like I say, for let you be head of the overall region, that's a prestigious position. No question about that. But let we look at the circumstance. Let we look at the thing them way some of we, this sort of caution. The first way I want to bring to una attention, I'll be sort of talk about this very briefly, but let's just quickly go through them. I hope so una they see. Then we talk first, that you are talking about mandate, where the foreign minister come like say, now favor ECOWAS be do with the help Salone. No, not part of the mandate. So the first of the mandate, well, not to in any particular order, but one of the mandates, economic integration. I talk about this, so I will go to the second one. So here is we then talk about economic integration. So here is one of the challenges. But economic integration, so waiting be happen under Tinubu, a prioritize infrastructure within the region. So they be intend for do like West African gas pipeline, we go able pass petrol, like for example from Nigeria come to Ivory Coast and maybe go Ghana, like Denton and this. So they be there within our work state. But clearly it's stalled. And the other infrastructure way for help with economic development, now highway where they link Abidjan, where na Ivory Coast, to Lagos, where in Nigeria. Both remain stalled due to bureaucratic delays, funding shortfalls, and lack of harmonized regulations. So this another problem we get for continue ECOWAS they face right now. So where Timothy Kaba, they say that 0.5% it will sustain the commitment where the region don't make. That's not true. Because then kind project here, now plenty money. That 5% where you pull the UQK, the corruption and stuff, nothing. So I right now say Bio also inherits the task of reviving the ECOWAS single currency, the ECO. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but now with sister program, we don't deal with them extensively. We Boku people and watch that program there because now me field how much it go difficult for leather ECO idea team up. A goal long discussed but consistently deferred, partly due to divergent macroeconomic fundamentals. Big thing that. But you get things them like inflation and Boko that things them we need for the in place. And even the economic growth, you economy get for the grow at a particular pace, where for allow that idea therefore be sustainable for like the whole region get one currency, like how we see in Europe. And even then self they get issues. So that's now one of the challenge if President Bill go able for revive that idea of the single currency. But right now we see the inflation in Nigeria, for example, very high, Ghana inflation very high, and other West African countries them. So then they go make them in fact more challenging. And in terms of the economic growth, then get a minimum economic growth where they think about for allow the sustainability of this currency. And that's now another big challenge. So now let we look at this another mandate now. Political cooperation and governance. So here is the thing. You put them two here together. So that political cooperation and governance, what it mean? It means say for foster good governance, democracy, and the rule of law in the region. That's the mandate. Now a mandate of ECOWAS. Meaning now part of the thing that we're supposed to deliver. Second bullet. Monitor and support credible and peaceful elections, often through observation mission. Una get that? ECOWAS na mandate. Na something where there's a big part where they all sign. Say ECOWAS for make sure say they support credible and peaceful elections. So now that make a way Alusign be called. I say for like ECOWAS allow SLPP through waiting parent called Malpredi, then change the wish of the people, where the people elect APC forget the majority in a parliament, where by extension then be supposed to forget the speakership. They allow SLPP for do undemocratic manipulation, and yet ECOWAS not say no, una for reverse that. Una for make sure say una maintain the wish of the people, but yet then decide for condone, as I go put them, condone undemocratic means of changing the people and wish. So then they go against ECOWAS mandate because they don't maintain a credible election at all. So the other bullet, prevent and resolve political crisis and unconstitutional changes of government. Example, coup d'etat. But this, it look like, say, then they only frown upon military takeovers. But where Guinea bastardized their constitution and then make fake referendum, and he allow himself for go third term, and even for go beyond that, because he say, given that now so-called new constitution, in term they reset, so it go qualify for go 2 more terms, given the so-called new constitution. What in ECOWAS do? They not do no such of intervention, and shamefully, ECOWAS still send observers them, and they say the election peaceful. Where that election day is not supposed for even get that Conteh, Alpha Conteh, for be part of the ballot in the first place, because it be unconstitutional. And what in the mandate say? The mandate say ECOWAS for prevent and resolve political crisis and unconstitutional changes of government. Alpha Conteh, it change the constitution for suit in desire. Then after that, because ECOWAS not do anything tangible, Ivory Coast do am. Ouattara. They not suspend Ouattara. But yet the military folks them, when are similar unconstitutional changes, they suspend them. So now see the double standard. And the next page I go tell you show now, say now one of the reasons then that Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, they say that they left ECOWAS. Because we civilians them manipulate the constitution and allow themselves forgo additional terms where unconstitutional, ECOWAS, then go send people in and then say, oh well, the election be peaceful. And beaucoup of the ECOWAS folks them, including President Bill, attend Ouattara in third term inauguration and in auto endorsement. So now, and the same president where they be chair so now in the first head of state, we acknowledge Mamadou Doumbouya. We go visit him. And waiting, the mandate say ECOWAS, they frown upon unconstitutional changes. But yet President Bill recognize Mamadou Doumbouya as the first person we go, first head of state. We go visit him. So una tell me, as thinking say, that married we get for sweet na the bachelor sieve. If President Bill openly, I don't know if he's maybe talking to him with na bedroom or say he oppose Ouattara. Clearly, he not condemn publicly Mamadou Doumbouya. He not condemn Alpha Condé publicly. He not condemn Ouattara publicly. And now you say you get what it take for you go stabilize the region, for you go strengthen the institutions them of that region there, where you not somebody will not believe in the institutions then there for be independent. So what contradiction, Mr. President. And now let me look at the number 3. Peace and security. ECOWAS mechanisms for conflict prevention. So this now another $1 million question. We sister with a concern. Maintain regional peace, stability, and security through mediation, peacekeeping, and preventative diplomacy. Deploy military missions under the ECOWAS standby force. I want to underline that. ECOWAS standby force. Yes, we see that in Liberia, ECOMOG. We see in Salone. And Yaya Jammeh, we want make them bring the tank them point from Senegal, they point na Gambia. So then they make it afraid. Yes, all that they be effective. Then do some that of Mali. So, but let us show una the price tag Fambulem. So first, let we analyze within Bill inherit. He inherit the Sahel exit. So this will be a strategic and existential blow to Bill. Of course, to the ECOWAS. So during Tinubu's tenure, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, all led by military juntas, withdrew from ECOWAS and formed the Alliance of Sahel States, AES. These countries cite neo-colonial interference, ECOWAS's alleged double standards, and a desire for African sovereignty as motivations. This now, according to the Afrobarometer, where they interview some Togolese people. So, but then country now the reasons here then give. So, my brothers and sisters, the reasons they were then give, and right now, the Togolese people, them, majority of them, where Afrobarometer do a survey, majority of them, they encourage Togo for come out from ECOWAS. So the question now is, President Bill, we don't nyaka with democracy in that country there. President Bill go get mind for stand to Ouattara, where they plan for go 4th term. He go get mind for suspend Ouattara, where in the President Bill attend Ouattara in 3rd term inauguration, meaning that he endorse him. So if President Bill be getting foundation here, my brothers and sisters, enough of you don't know, just like how the former president of Ghana, where President Bill, the international observers them condemn the election. The president of Ghana, they not congratulate him. And few other presidents them in West Africa not congratulate him. In fact, majority not congratulate him at all. So that one day now a classic definition of ideology, where you believe in your ideology. No question, Nana Addo Kufuor or Kufuor-Addo. No question about that. I strongly believe in democracy. And I make not even give no headache. And similarly, Buhari, he make it clear, he condemn Ouattara. And from that point, he make it clear, say, get no intention for go for a 3rd term. And he stick to it. That a classic definition of integrity. But what did President Bill do? Now the force, even way behind the scene and criticize him, and the force civilian head of state and the region we visit Dumbuya. And look the nonsense where Dumbuya can make na Salone. Come visit Salone like say they can fet war. Then they by itself, softly, it provoke the integrity of a sovereign state. Because you don't get no reason for come now foreign country with that level of ammunition. But yet, President Bill, I don't know if something intimidation or waiting, he scared him. He allowed that man come with heavy weaponry at that country there. And this now somebody where ECOWAS don't suspend. So now tell me, President Bill gets the foundation we require for strengthen ECOWAS and the institutions them. And here is another bottleneck we President Bill get for face. The standby force, the ECOWAS standby force, my brothers and sisters. Now just on paper, but in reality, let's read them for now. Conceived in 2024, the ECOWAS Standby Force, ESF, was meant to fill the security vacuum left by AES members or states. But with an estimated cost, kind of underline this so, an estimated cost of 2.26 billion euro. 2.26 billion. Not a million, a billion. And only 110 million grant from the European Union so far. The force remains largely theoretical. So that me brother, the foreign minister, where they say, well, ECOWAS that levy 0.5% it go sufficient for sustain then commitment. My brother, look the money way just for the standby force, not to all the other activities demo, just the standby force. they estimate the amount way for sustain that first day at $2.26 billion. And this now according to the European Union Commission 2025 for season term na me make them up. And what happened? President Tinubu acknowledged the slow pace of activation, urging his successor, that's Madabio now, to operationalize the initiative. So this will be a daunting task for President Bio. How agreeable for raise $2.26 billion euro. Just imagine, my brothers and sisters, how President Bio will raise that. So now I put him this way. This puts pressure on Bio to deliver not just dialogue, but deployment, especially with Sierra Leone now hosting the ECOWAS military logistics depot in Lunge, completed under Tinubu's leadership. And this now according to the ECOWAS Secretariat. I take the information they form. The logistics hub gives Bureau symbolic, underline that, symbolic and strategic leverage, but only action, not location, will define success. So for say, oh, well, we station at Lunge and stuff. So imagine you get the folks them station at Lunge. So Timothy Kaba, you want tell me, say, we get the chairman and the team or the military folks them, ECOWAS force, them best na Lunge. And then you want tell me, say, Salone no go spend money for maintain them forces then they, especially where the money from the European Union, you know, even like iota, like a drop compared to waiting Salone need, waiting ECOWAS need for make sure, say, if anything like coup or whatnot, like how they do now Salone, we then do now Liberia, where ECOMOG come and help with. And we all know how much Nigeria be spend because ECOWAS no be able, without Nigeria, the extra, ECOWAS no be able for foot the bill. So wait to make Nigeria be spend all that money there. Now because now them be the chair. So President Bill, Timothy Kabau, and tell me say something happened and then we not get they not get enough financial support. Salone no go chip in for rescue the chairman in dignity or in prestige. Yes, Salone go chip in. So now all the entire people them this sort of concern. So let's just quickly go through the slides them, me fumble them. So now another one where in a free movement of people them play and goods, then they I don't spend too much time, and also that infrastructure, I will explain a little bit about it. This part, like social and humanitarian affairs, we all don't see how much disconnect. But I want particularly emphasize on the number 7, legal and judicial cooperation. We fumble them. What in this mean? Harmonize laws across member states to enable regional integration. What in we see? Koroma no recognize that. Operate the ECOWAS Court of Justice, which adjudicates human rights violations and treaty interpretation disputes. That treaty interpretation disputes, now under that umbrella day, Sam Sumana be go to the ECOWAS Court for Justice. ECOWAS interpret Salone Constitution and say the Supreme Court get it wrong, but yet Koroma make mockery of ECOWAS. and say Salone a sovereign country. But yet we are signatory to the ECOWAS. So now I make some people and they say ECOWAS not toothless dog. Dog with the back, but not the bet. I'll go through this other one for Leon able to understand better in terms of the institutions that we Mother BOC want for strengthening. ECOWAS, Authority of Heads of State and Governance and Government. So this not that body they now responsible for the overall run policy setting of ECOWAS, and that body they produce President Bill. And this other institution, when are the commission, ECOWAS Commission, so the executive organ responsible for implementation, like for implements the policies. But the second, the other two them where they come to, ECOWAS Parliament, understand consultative body that promotes representation of people. Representation of people. What in President Bill do? Where the ECOWAS Parliament tell them clearly, saying, responsible for like months to election, you change the rules. So waiting, they may refer to the Public Elections Act of 2022, where under President Bill, they make us pass them and say, oh, PR system. The ECOWAS Parliament, majority of the members them condemn the act there. And even we play them now VOS where the Liberian representatives, the Nigerian representatives, and I believe say the Senegalese representatives, we be play them now VOS where then they're on record, where then say President Bill deliberately bring this PR where no warrant given the reason for establishing the PR because Salone be the power. And they say one or day, then why President Bill they left the first past the post when I'm people then recognize and I'm easier for the people to understand, it bring the PR system. Then condemn that and then make it clear they on record. Say President Bill do them for gain undue advantage by the election. And this ECOWAS Parliament condemn the now chairman. So meaning that under President Bill, it don't flaunt ECOWAS, it don't molest or disregard the institutions. Then now we say, oh, now because I don't turn leader, I go respect and strengthen the institutions here now. But you don't disobey the institutions then they. You don't disregard them. You don't make mockery of the institutions then they. So now when you don't be the leader, you feel say all of a sudden that history they go erase. My brothers and sisters, President Bill not get any iota of dignity for head ECOWAS if not based on the integrity of that region there. And this now another reason we make our people know say that because of the rotational aspect of it. And the last time I be explained to you now the things them we favor President Bill for like the consensus go game. So not to because of a record. And just like I explained. And then we go to the Court of Justice, the ECOWAS Court of Justice, where now the judiciary arm. This not to more or less President Bill. For we APC brothers and sisters, we go out for comments. Oh, President Bill, this is like that we brother. But in push say because of the financial commitment. But clearly, Salone don't show moral bankruptcy. Waiting Koroma do after the Ecowas Court of Justice, they'll interpret Salone constitution and say it unconstitutional for remove some sumana. Waiting Koroma do. They say, oh no, Ecowas no get jurisdiction as Salone. And as a result, waiting the Supreme Court talk final. But then why we be part of ECOWAS? Why it be a mandate of ECOWAS for do interpretation and make sure say the region follow certain principles for uphold democracy. So this is not food for thought. So now let us just quickly, I know so we don't run out of time, but let's just quickly go through the domestic challenges we make it will be a daunting task for President Bill. Now, my brothers and sisters, let me take a look at this. Bill's domestic record. Now, double-edged sword for sure for the region in terms of legitimacy. As President Bill steps into ECOWAS leadership, his domestic political record in Sierra Leone presents both an opportunity and a liability. While his supporters thought his free quality education initiative, infrastructure expansion, and increased investment in agriculture and health, again, supporters then believe, say, it are expanding in the critics point to deep-rooted governance concerns that raise questions about his suitability to lead West Africa's democratic renewal. Would I go question the statement? My brothers and sisters, particularly my SLPP brothers and sisters, una look na the mirror and una tell me, and we already listen, if President Bill suit, if he fit na putampa Creole, if he fit for be leader of ECOWAS, and particularly we come to democratic governance. Look at the Nyaka Salone institutions. I don't need for go line by line, and I just tell you about the 2018 how I don't want to say that we swear brother, but how terrible brother, parentarily, how we boast under President Bill watch. And now this same man, this man way from the time where he young, where they in his 20s, and not believe in democracy. Una not tell me that nonsense, say President Bill, now bring democracy in that country. Now nonsense. For una we don't know, una go listen to President Kaba in one of his speeches now the United Nations Assembly meeting. He make it very clear. Say President Bill do all kind of things for derail the election. And he launch on successful campaign where he say peace before election. Now he make you overthrow. Because he believes say peace for come first before election. So now not tell me that nonsense and say President Bill bring democracy in that country there. That's nonsense. I get on my archive. I don't play as severally. With Kaba make it clear. And why I believe Kaba? President Bill take over the final day of that conference we set the stage for the multi-party election. So now tell me too, if Strasser not be want for multi-party reign in that country, let we go back to democracy. Strasser from day 1, day 2, the 3rd day, he allow the conference for take place. when at that conference day, now they set the stage as to them how they will conduct the multi-party election. Because BO realize, say, if they finish that convention day, it's a done deal for the election. It take over power. If, according to the fake reason where Guy say Sanobi want the election, if not be that reason, why if a campaign and say peace before elections? But me fumble them, una not allow this man for the stupid una. And as recent as few months ago, what did he say? He not going to do much for that country there because of the democracy. Not to me say am, na him say am. And yet una think say this man fit for champion democracy in that region there. Me brother big dear. Again, let we clearly indicate now. So let's just quickly read them again. As President Bill steps into ECOWAS leadership, his domestic political record in Sierra Leone presents both an opportunity and liability. While his supporters tout his free quality education initiative, infrastructure expansion, and increased investment in agriculture and health, critics point to deep-rooted governance concerns that raise questions about his suitability to lead West Africa's democratic renewal. 1. Electoral controversies and democratic strain. The 2023 general elections in Sierra Leone, which saw Bio re-elected, were marred by accusations of fraud, lack of transparency, and limited observer access to result verification. The European Union Election Observation Mission, EUEOM, and the Carter Center both highlighted, and this now the key things them we say, the election, lack of transparency in tallying processes, intimidation of opposition parties. Now this man we feel say he not able for champion democracy in a Salone, but yet he go able champion democracy in the region. So now see why Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, then say ECOWAS get double standard. Somebody like Bio waiting now. Salone people and they ask for see the result of the election where they participate in. Till now. And that same mandate. So with this kind of attitude, able, my brothers and sisters, and it just reappoint Auditor General, where the first Auditor General try for all accountable, where then they forbid the foundation of a true democracy. He use undemocratic means for Pulandi because he not want to be accountable to the people of Sierra Leone. So now tell me how this man all of a sudden, past some time, he be a bipolar where he gets split personalities, where he gets one personality for Sierra Leone, but another personality for the region. Maybe then they go work. But if not this same man with this personality, una tell me again if history na the guide, that man don't show boku tem, say not believe in democracy, and even say that indirectly. So, my brothers and sisters, we will look at all entire. Again, I go toss Santona before I close. Bio, I dey wish am well because na rotation and I'm a country constitutionally now president. I better explain this. I hope say people don't know go come and say you don't say all this, but you say you recognize him as the president. Yes, because me believe in constitution. So the constitution make it clear say President Bio, na the president of the country. So me fumble them. I want to tell una plenty thank you. I want to stop now, but I want to tell una boku thank you. Yes, the consensus don't give them the power, but the bottom line is, my brothers and sisters, this is not tall order. A huge mountain for climb. And just quickly though, before I go, and this not go take, I not go read the whole thing, but I just want for show now very quickly this headline. Corruption Watch Salone raises alarm over government's failure to pay school subsidies for 2 terms. And this is not a story. I will just read the first 2 paragraphs. Corruption Watch Sierra Leone raises alarm over government failure to pay school subsidies for 2 terms. The national coordinator of Corruption Watch Sierra Leone, Alhaji Abu Koroma, has raised serious concerns regarding the government's failure to pay school subsidies for 2 academic terms amidst the ongoing Free Quality Education Initiative. He earnestly urged the government to ensure compliance with its obligations to support educational institutions. Koroma revealed that, and this part now want for una pay particular attention. So Koroma revealed that the Ministry of Basic and Secondary and Senior Secondary Education, BMSSE, has mandated that each school must present approval letters confirming their eligibility to operate as academic institutions before any subsidies can be disbursed. But Famulem, this na the caveat where this man highlight. These approval letters are issued by the ministry itself. Wanna see how funny this be? So something when you the issue, and then you say, okay, before somebody gets funding, let them come with the letter where you issue. You don't get database where you for keep them thing in there. Where if then complain say, oh, they not get disbursement and stuff like that. You know, for able to say, okay, this now one of the accredited institutions. For like the picking them where you claim say you want for help, not suffer. But instead you say, okay, well, you know, they give them any, you know, release any disbursement until them bring the letter where you issue that letter day. It make any sense, my brothers and sisters? I mean, if a particular institution go to you, but let's just see that quickly. Questioning the practicality of this requirement, Koroma pointed out that many schools have been operational for over a century, casting doubt on their ability to provide such documents. Then quote him. Some schools have existed for over 10 decades. We will be like 100 years. How can they possibly have their approval letters? He further emphasized the challenges faced by district-level branches of the ministry, stating that they are struggling to produce the necessary approval documents. If the ministry in the district do not have it, then where can the school principals get theirs? It take me back to Madam Bendo in question. Or in comment, the system broken, rotting, my brothers and sisters. The system na Salone, rotting. But the ministry na irresponsible for issue the letter. And then the counterpart na the districts They not get the letter. They not get a copy of the letter. And yet, una say for let una disburse the funding, the schools then for provide the approval letter. Where una counterparts na the district not even get the letters. And then na the program this. Now under the president we initiate more. So tell me too, if you were initiator, will you for make sure say all them tier the modalities then they in place, we they face the situation here. So what about the policy now where they can't inherit this nonsense, where you just kind of for political, like use one big word now, expediency, political malpredy. But just for let you satisfy your political base, you rush with this project and they cause financial hardship in the country. And if even like how you go say cash cow, we follow na like you bobo then gently quick. You say, oh, free education, and they pay for all the picking even though it not be necessary. And now, deliberately, you defend way for deprive the so-called picking them way you say you want for help. Because if you not give the subsidy to the principals them or the schools, then how then go able for pay them for sustain in terms of other things them? When are there subsidies and they then for use for help with boku things there? So me fumble them. Again, this not a bashing of President Bio and the administration, but this now what we call critical analysis of the issue. And that's what VOS stand for. So I'm for telling una boku thank you with una family. May God bless una for we una always they come na VOS and for share una own thought. And clearly we're not perfect na VOS and una self know that. And I make una self they come and give una own thought because we they learn from each other. We the VOS presenters, we they learn from una, and clearly plenty people don't indicate say then they get something from we. At least they take the sense out of the nonsense where we they talk. But let God bless una with una family, and dear una not forget for like, share, and subscribe to we YouTube channel we na VOS Television, and we Facebook page we na VOS Television, and we X account we na VOS Television. So na every social media platform, una just type VOS Television, una go get we, and una able for go back and side the way una miss, una go back and listen to them. And I want to say boku thank you to all the presenters then we then give them all. And special thank you to the donors them with the help we for champion the VOS diaspora plans. And I still they work on the question whether or not by this September if we for take 1 or 2 more students them for add to the recipient list. I go reach out to una. But in the meantime, let God bless una with our families. And my brothers and sisters, as I can always say, as much as we all they feel frustrated, dear, let we not swear them politicians here. Because now them people are responsible for make policies. If we swear them, waiting will happen. It just like we, you know, go want for you doctor, he not sober. Because ego definitely kill you with mix-up medication. So similar to the way politicians here. If the swear catch them, then begin get multiple how the medical people and call them, but split personalities and not sober in terms of them thinking, and they make policies them we get for affect with plenty beginning down the road. My brothers and sisters, now the country they go backward. So me, they urge we all, for let we pray that God touch them hearts, then think about the country first. And let God make them go in the right direction. And let we country, we now the one and only country where me and you two for cherish, as we call Mama Salone. Fambulem, that's not my last word. And again, for people them we that enforce them this, like we brother, we say enforce them for watch this program. And I go truly appreciate if you come again. And not to just the Thursday program, but if you can come for watch the Sunday program, the Saturday program, where it will be Matilda or myself, and then the Sunday program will be Lawyer Shilon and Engineer Mengot and Teacher Jamboria. We definitely get people with the mindset they intact. I know I'm for brag, but on a no say we get solid people we go analyze issues them as we see them in the interest of the country. So until, if I able to see you now on Saturday, if Sister Matilda no still gets a family commitment for do, until, let's say Saturday, by God's grace, for this program until Thursday. But for see me on another program we will be Salone Issues, me na Abdul Karim Kagbo, they tell una boku thank you again, and until we meet again, on a tata.